We could all use some more GP in OSRS. From skilling to questing, almost everything seems to come with a price. And for me, I'm in desperate need of GP after spending a good chunk of my bank on an Avernic Defender hilt in my last video. But conveniently, in the comments of my previous money-making videos, you guys provided some great methods that we're gonna try out. So I picked out 5 money-making methods that I've never done before to test out in today's video. But before we get into it, I just wanted to thank all you guys for 1,000 subscribers. This is a huge milestone for me. I started uploading to this channel just a little over 3 months ago, and the support from all of you guys has been amazing. I just wanted to let you all know that it doesn't go unnoticed and that I really do appreciate it. Now with that out of the way, let's just get right into the moneymakers. The first money-making method we're looking at today was commented by 6God RuneScape 853, and they say, "Crystal chest, just buy the keys from the GE and it's profitable. Made 1 mil in an hour today using it." This method just has one really low requirement of 10 construction. We'll be performing this method in Taverly, which is why we need the 10 construction to use a scroll of redirection on a house teleport, or if you choose, you can move your house to Taverly. But first, we need to get some keys, and we'll just be buying them straight from the GE. Alright, so we'll be testing this out with 100 keys, and we bought them for 2.5 mil. These were pretty expensive, so I hope we can at least get our money back. We are going to need a bank teleport, so I'm just going to equip a Ring of Dueling, and might as well throw on my graceful outfit, as we will be doing just a little bit of running. So in my inventory, I'm going to bring my Taverly teleport tab as well as 8 crystal keys, as I think more will flood my inventory with too much loot. Now let's teleport to Taverly, and the chest is located in this longhouse in the northern part of the town. So now we just repeatedly use all the keys on the chest and get some loot. Once your inventory is full or you run out of keys, use your Ring of Dueling or whatever other bank teleport you brought and bank your items, grab another Taverly teleport, as well as 8 crystal keys, then head back to Taverly and repeat this process over and over. This method is kind of a gamble and RNG base, as the loot you get is random, feels like slots in a way. But you do get a Dragonstone every single time, which are worth around 16k. Most of our profit should come from the Dragonstones and Runite bars, so we want to see a lot of them. But I'm going to go ahead and shred through these 100 keys and then we'll see the loot. Alright, so it only took about 10 minutes to get through all 100 keys. Here's all the loot on the loot tracker. And now I'm going to go ahead and sell all the loot on the GE, and then we'll calculate the hourly profit. I could sell all this for a bit more, but I'm just going to go for the insta sell. Alright, now with everything sold on the GE, we managed to get almost 2.7 million GP, subtracting our costs of the keys, and we are left with a profit of just over 181,000 GP. Multiply that by 6 as we just did it for 10 minutes, and this method is coming in at just under 1.1 million GP per hour. And I definitely could have sold the items for more if I had some patience and didn't go for the insta sell, which would have brought our hourly rate even higher. Pretty insane low requirement moneymaker. I highly recommend this one. Our second money-making method of the day was provided by Metal4138. They suggested picking white berries in the wilderness. Be advised this method takes place in the deep wilderness, so be careful, but it does have no requirements. This method's going to take place at the Lava Dragons, and we'll be banking at the Mage Arena. I'm going to equip an anti-dragon shield and bring a knife, looting bag, stamina potion, and a little food just in case. Now we can head to Edgeville and pull this lever to teleport us to the Deep Wildy, and we're going to be taking this path to the Lava Dragons. So let's head north and slash the webs with the knife, and then run southeast past the level 122 Hellhounds to this gate. Run southwest to the Lava Dragons, go through the gate, and the berries will be located on the southeastern part of the area. Be careful though, as these Lava Dragons can hit you pretty hard. There's 2 berry spawns here, and they respawn every 5 seconds. So one of these berries is a safe spot from the Lava Dragon, so I can see a couple methods we could do. We could run back and forth between the berries, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna work as these Lava Dragons are hitting pretty hard. We can also just stand in the safe spot and collect the one set of berries, as they do respawn pretty fast. We could also hop worlds while collecting the safe berries, but that seems to take just as much time as waiting for them to respawn. Alright, while world hopping, I found a world with someone fighting the Lava Dragons, and he seems friendly for now at least. And while he's distracting the dragon, I can run between the 2 sets of berries. Not sure how long this will last, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. We got a full inventory and looting bag. Now we run all the way back we came, but this time head to the Mage Arena. Slash through some webs, pull the lever, and now we can bank our berries. Replenish our food and stamina potion, and head back to the Lava Dragons. Almost done with the second inventory, and we're getting PK'd. GF, brother. Alright, so that didn't go too well, but I think we have the data we need to get our hourly rate. and I really don't want to go back. So we got 54 white berries from our single inventory, and it only took about 6 minutes, including running to the bank, and let's sell them on the GE. So we got over 52k for our single inventory, subtract the costs of our potions and food, and we are left with just over 46,000 GP. Let's multiply that by 10 as we did it for just 6 minutes, and this method has the potential to earn you over 460,000 GP per hour. Now obviously I probably lost money considering I lost my looting bag. I'm not sure if I should recommend this one as it is pretty risky, but it is a solid moneymaker for having no requirements if you don't get PK'd. Thanks for the submission. Our next money making method was commented by Eskimo1000, who said, killing flesh crawlers in the Stronghold of Security makes me 100 to 200,000 GP an hour collecting grimy Renar weeds. This method technically has no requirements, but I'll recommend having at least level 50 combat. This method will take place in the Stronghold of Security, which is underneath Barbarian Village. We're going to throw on some good combat gear. I'm using melee, but feel free to use range or even mage if you feel like it. I'm also going to bring a teleport and some food just in case. Once we're in Barbarian Village, we are going to climb down the hole in the middle of town. The flesh crawlers are located one floor down from where you start in the Stronghold. If you've already done the Stronghold, you can use the portal to travel down a floor. I'm not exactly sure which room Eskimo wants me to use, but I know the northeast corner room has quite a few flesh crawlers. So now we're just going to slay away at the flesh crawlers, hoping for some herb drops. An herb sack would be helpful for the method, but I'm only going to grind this out for 15 minutes or so and then we'll see the results. I am getting attacked by zombies quite often. There's probably a better room for this, but I'll keep going with this one, and once the aggression timer expires, we can solely attack the flesh crawlers. We pretty much want to collect all the herbs besides Guam, Marantil, Toramin, and Haralander. I'm also going to be picking up this noted iron ore to boost our profits. So I've been at it for about 15 minutes now and our inventory is getting pretty full. We ended up killing 122 flesh crawlers and Loot Tracker says we got about 88,000 GP. But we didn't collect everything, so let's sell all this on the GE and see how much we actually get. With everything sold, we managed to fetch a little over 64,000 GP. This method had no expenses, so we just multiply that by 4 to get our hourly rate as we did it for just 15 minutes, and this method is coming in at just over 258,000 GP per hour. Not the greatest GP per hour, but you are also training up your combat stats while you do it. I wouldn't recommend this at my combat level, but if you're a low to mid-level player, I could see this being a pretty good method to train and get a little GP while doing so. Thank you for the method, Eskimo. This next method was provided by Flippy Flips, who said, exchanging Impling jars at Puro Puro, buy baby Impling jars from the GE and use them on the guy in Puro Puro and he gives you 3 empty jars, literal money printer. This method does have a couple requirements. You will need to have at least level 17 in the Hunter skill to enter Puro Puro, and you will also need to have started the Fairy Tale Part 2 quest to have access to fairy rings. This method takes place at Puro Puro, which you can get to from the wheat field in ZazzyRS. But first we need to buy some baby Impling jars. I'm going to buy 99 of them and we got them all for 253,000 GP. That should be enough to try out this method. I'm going to equip a Drawman staff and might as well throw on our graceful outfit as we'll be doing some more running. And we'll bring 9 baby Impling jars. Now we want to run to a nearby fairy ring. I like using the one near Edgeville as I have easy passage with my Amulet of Glory. And now we're going to use the fairy ring to teleport to ZazzyRS. Then we want to click on the little storm in the center of the wheat field, and the NPC we are looking for is just southwest of where you teleport in. The NPC we're looking for's name is the Elnock Inquisitor. All we need to do is simply right click on him, hit trade, and use the bottom option in his shop and spam the bottom button, and he will exchange your baby Impling jars for 3 empty Impling jars each. Do this, and then your inventory will be almost full. Now we use the storm in the middle of the room once again to exit Puro Puro, and conveniently there is a bank on the west side of ZazzyRS, so we're going to bank our jars, grab 9 more baby Impling jars, and run back into the wheat field to Puro Puro and repeat the process over and over. I'm going to go ahead and grind out the rest of these jars and I'll be back to calculate our hourly rate. I am running into run energy issues with this method even with our graceful outfit, but we're going to have to power through. So it took about 12 minutes to grind through all the jars and we ended up with 297 jars. Sold on the GE for just over 309,000 GP. So we take our 309,000 GP and subtract the cost of our baby Impling jars and that brings us to just over 56,000 GP of profit. Multiply that by 5 to get our hourly rate as we did it for just 12 minutes and this method is coming in at a decent 280,000 GP per hour. Not bad at all considering there is no risk and the requirements are reasonably low. Not bad. Thank you for the suggestion, Flippy Flips. Our last method of the day is coming from TIMECODES, who said, buying kegs of beer in Relica and reselling them on the GE. Simple, but effective. This method does have one quest requirement. You need to have completed the Fremenic Trials quest. Also, it's not necessary, but I'm going to highly recommend having the Easy Fremenic Achievement Diary complete. It will take place in Relica at the town square. You can get here by using a house teleport and scroll of redirection if you have 30 construction, or you can move your house here to Relica and simply use a house teleport. All we need to bring for this method is a Relica or house teleport and a decent sized stack of GP. I'm going to test it out with 150k, and again, might as well throw on your graceful outfit if you have it. Now let's head to Relica and get started. After using a teleport, run just north and head inside the bar. Then we want to trade with Thora, the barkeep, and buy her kegs of beer. As of the time of recording, you can actually buy the whole stock out before hopping worlds, but if you want to maximize your profits, you could just buy 5 or 10 from each world before hopping, as they do get more expensive as the stock gets lower. I think I'm going to try it out while buying a max of 10 from each world, which I think will be a happy balance. So buy as many kegs as you want, then hop worlds, buy some more kegs, and do this until your inventory is full of kegs. Now, since we have the Easy Fremenic Diary complete, we can take advantage of Pier the Seer, who is just west of the bar, as he will act as a bank deposit box where you can bank your kegs. If you don't have the Easy Fremenic Diary complete, then you can either teleport to Castle Wars with a Ring of Dueling, then teleport back, or run south to the Seer's Village Bank. But having the diary complete will make this whole method much more profitable. Once you've deposited your kegs, head back to the barkeep, buy some more kegs, and repeat the process over and over. I'm gonna get through this 150k and then we'll see the results. So about 15 minutes later and we have finished buying all our kegs. I'm not actually sure how many we got, but we have 47 coins and change. But let's head to the GE and sell them all. Okay, so we got 408 kegs of beer, and they have all sold for almost 300,000 GP. So we take our 299,000 GP and subtract our costs, and we are left with almost 150,000 GP of profit. Multiply that by 4 as we did it for just 15 minutes, and this method is coming in at a strong 598,000 GP per hour. Honestly surprised how much this one made. Thanks for the suggestion, TIMECODES. And that's going to do it for today's money-making methods. Feel free to drop your money-making methods in the comments below, and maybe it will be featured in the next money-making video. But I do hope this video helps you guys make some GP. If you learned something new or enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on the video to help me out in the YouTube algorithm. And for making it to the end of the video, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away 3 bonds to 3 lucky winners, and I'll be hosting that on my Discord server. So if you want to enter, check out the top link in the description. And if you don't win this week, don't worry, I host giveaways every single week on there. Anyways, that's all for me today, guys. Till next time, peace.